Welcome to the Fellowship. I'm recording this on Sunday the 16th of February 2025. I thought I would do a short video or shortish video about what the Fellowship is all about. Channel's attracting more subscribers now, which is great, and more people making comments, which is lovely. So I just thought it'd be a good idea to really emphasize what the Fellowship is. So we've got a website, and you can find the link off the channel. And I just thought I would run through the main principles. So a few people think that the Fellowship is another political party, like the British Democrats or Homeland or other organisations, but we're not. So there's no membership. We're not asking for your money, not asking for anything other than your time and commitment. There's no membership to pay for. We don't have any database. Your details aren't held anywhere. There's no risk. We are a cultural organisation that encourages individuals to have nationalistic conversations with people on a daily basis, whether that's their friends, their family, but ultimately people who they do not know, sparking up conversations with strangers. And it's conversations about the future of our country. As I say, there's no risk in that proposition, in that business model. At any time, this channel could be closed down. Other people's channels could be closed down. But the main problem of just having conversations internally is, I've made a video about this before, it's the echo chamber. There's no point in the same people saying the same things to the same people over and over again. We get it. We understand it. What we've got to do is we've got to wake up those who can't see it, who have been brainwashed over decades. They can't see it. We have to slowly, gently wake them up so that they can. So the principles of the Fellowship are to build a network of like-minded patriotic men and women who are proud of their British culture and their history and are willing to defend them. To help rediscover a sense of identity for the ethnic peoples of the British Isles, whilst acknowledging its Christian foundations. Now, you don't have to be a Christian. Am I a Christian? I don't know. I struggle when it comes to the man-made organisations around it, because they can be hugely corrupted. But I understand that Christian foundations have held this country together and given moral direction for hundreds of years. And I think we're sadly lacking that now. Another principle of the Fellowship is to be courageous with our words and actions. Understanding that courage is the most important of all human virtues. Without courage, nothing gets done. Nothing changes. To help men develop independent thought and their masculinity. I went to a conference a few weeks ago, and there was a well-known individual there giving a talk, and he said the women need to step up because men have been downtrodden, so women need to step up and help. And I understand that as a principle, and women, you certainly do have a role. But the answer of men being downtrodden and being feminized isn't for them to step aside and for women to take the reins. It's for men to step up again and understand who they are, what they are, understand their role in society. Another principle of the fellowship is to promote a functioning democracy. Imagine that, eh? And a natural justice. And if you're not sure what we mean by natural justice, well, I'm sure you can work it out. And to encourage a resurgence in British industry and manufacturing, to secure a stable economy for all the British people. I call it national capitalism, or putting Britain first. We also have some advice for younger men, because I don't know whether it's the chemicals in the fertilizers or certainly society hammering down, talking about toxic masculinity and everything else. But when you actually look at younger men now, so many of them are really, really feminized. And the irony of it is some of them are really tall and might have broad shoulders, but there's just no grit in them, is there? There's no fight in them. They're just appeasers, happy to go along with whatever they are told to, which is understandable because that's how they've been brought up. So our advice for younger men is to stop playing video games all the time. It's a false world. It's not the real world. Sure, it's okay if you do a bit, no problem. But if that is your main purpose in your life, there's something wrong. Next one, stop simping after young women. I promise you, chaps, that they will hate you for it in the end. And if they leave you, they will leave you not for another simp, but for a man who is more masculine. Start exercising and embrace nature. I have a deep-rooted connection to my country. I feel it when I'm by the coast the most. I feel it when I'm walking through the woods. You know, sometimes I even slip my shoes off and socks off to feel the earth on my feet. It's deep, it's guttural, and it's in all of us if we choose to look for it. Stop smoking dope. Simple as that. Stop being so agreeable. I know you've had it hammered into you that masculinity is toxic, but it's not. It's courageous. It's good. It gets things done. Start thinking and acting like a man. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, we'll start talking to some older men. Which leads on to our final bit of advice for younger men, which is stop listening to just women all the time. Women are great, but they have a certain perspective, a feminized perspective. If you're brought up and nurtured within that environment, then you will be feminine. So start talking to older men. Start asking questions and start studying your history. It's impressive. Embrace it. So those are the principles of the fellowship. But the main principle is a simple one, and that is for you to take responsibility and to go out and to be part of the change, be part of the saving of our country. Because if we do not stop what's happening, if we do not stop the cultural change, the demographic change, the political change, then we will have no country at all. And if you think you're lost now, if you think you feel lost now, you will feel lost when all of that is gone, because that is the foundation of everything that is natural. And if the foundations go, the whole lot will come crumbling down. So we have to stand up, be brave, and we have to do what we can, do what we must, do what is necessary to save our country. So as always, thank you for your time today. Thank you for listening, and go out and spread the word.